Hey, are you a person of a certain age, 60, 70, with a dream of starting a YouTube channel, but you think you are too old? Well, you are wrong. Let's talk about it. Hello, friend. If you are in your 60s and your 70s, we need to have a conversation. No longer does being old, it does not mean the same thing as it used to 20, 30 years ago. We are living longer, we're more vibrant, and we can start businesses, new careers. So if you've ever been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you are in the right place today. I did a video about a month ago about how I got my channel monetized in about 4 months. Some people do it in record time, much shorter time frame. But I have gotten so many comments of people in my age group, 60s, I'm 66, 70s, even 80s. Some have said, I am 70 and I started a channel, and I'm like, bravo. But some would say, oh, I don't know where to start. I'm not technical. I don't know what my audience would be. I don't know what I would talk about. Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to take you through 10 steps, very simple steps to get you started using the knowledge that I have acquired, over time, just to take you through the very basic steps from point A to point B to starting a YouTube channel. It is not what you think it is. It is not that difficult. Does it require some work? Absolutely. Does it require dedication? Yes. Commitment? Yes. All of the above. So just grab a drink, have a seat, take some notes, and I promise you, if you get started after a little while, you'll thank me. But before we continue, I'd like to reintroduce myself to you, just in case you don't know who I am. I am Maggie Lazar. I am a nurse practitioner, and I have been retired in the country of Panama since last year. I retired early at 62, and my goal has always been to reinvent myself. This is who I am. I'm not the type to sit in a wheelchair, maybe in a rocking chair, for example, or at the beach and just sitting there doing nothing and just watching the time go by. That would absolutely drive me insane. So if you are of the same mindset and you would like to learn how to start your channel, you are in the right place. I am also the creator of SWRA, Single Women Retiring Abroad, a group of sassy women retiring here in Panama and other countries, but who want to live a productive life and also crafting how we age in place. So if those topics are of interest to you, I invite you to join our family by liking the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. Starting a YouTube channel in this day and age is one of the best decisions anyone could make. It's not just for the 20-something. It's not just for the college grads. It's for anybody and everybody. But if you've been watching YouTube anytime in the past year or two, especially after COVID, you're going to see that there is a trend saying that if you're 40 and you're 50, you really should consider starting a YouTube channel. And the reasoning could be different. Maybe you're bored. Maybe you have something you want to teach online. Maybe you have something to share. And that's where it starts. Who am I? What makes me special? Is there anything I could share with the world? Okay, so you have to have been exposed to YouTube, have used YouTube for whatever reason. I know that is my go-to on how to do anything. So this video is joining the rank of the how-tos. We are specialists. This medium, this social media platform, is the best for somebody to learn something. And if you have anything that you can teach someone, this is the best platform for you. But listen, we don't get to be 50, 60, 70 without having learned a few things, right? You're always going to have something you can share with the world. If you can open your mouth and you can look at a camera and talk to the world like you're talking to your best friend, that's all you need to do. So understanding first that the platform is the greatest opportunity right now. Then you decide, what is my why? Why do I want to do this? Are you close to retirement? Are you in retirement like myself, looking to make a few $100s a month? That's a good reason to do it, right? But I think in our age group, you know how we always want to give back, right? In terms of some of us want to volunteer, some of us want to teach, right? But I think starting YouTube gives you another opportunity, a greater opportunity to make a larger impact with the knowledge that you've accumulated over the decades. So set in your mind your reason, your why. That's going to be your greatest encourager, stimulator for you to keep doing it. Because as you're going to see through the steps, there is a plan, there is a model, and you have to now become a student of the model. I know in your career, you may have been a CEO or you may have been a president or whatever, but whenever you are learning, whenever there is new learning, you have to switch your mind to student mode. Are you ready to go through all the 10 steps? Good. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So let me share my screen with you. And we're going to go through the PowerPoint that I put together just to show you how you can start your YouTube channel. 10 easy steps to starting and growing a YouTube channel after 60. All right. So if you're in your 50s, please don't hold it against me. I'm just following up with the trend for the previous video I did. It had after 60, and I'm in my 60s. So mea culpa. Okay. All right. So we talked about knowing your why. I try to make the case for you to understand that YouTube is the best platform nowadays, currently, for you to share your knowledge, your passion with the world. Okay? After the video, I had gotten so many comments that I decided to do a live every Wednesday. I've been doing it for about a month now, and this week is going to be my last live. And I have created a playlist that I have called for seasoned creators only. So go there and watch the replays because it kind of gives you a whole idea on what we're talking about in this YouTube space, okay? So I think if you do that, then it's going to give you a better understanding as to these 10 quick steps. It's going to tie in together with all the stuff we talked about before. Ready to go? All right. Number one, if you don't have a Google account, and I think most people do, you're going to have to go set it up. You're going to go to google.com. You go into create an account, give your information, name, address. I don't know to ask for an address, email address, and the phone number, because I think they want to confirm your account, and then you're done. You're going to have a Gmail account, which is something that you need. So whether you're using Bing or any others, which is fine, but just create a Google email. You're going to need that to start your channel. Once you do that, you go to youtube.com, because remember, if you watch the replay, YouTube was acquired by Google. That's why they intertwined. They're family, familia, okay? So You need the Gmail account, and then you go into the YouTube account, and then you scroll to the bottom on the right, go to settings, and then it's gonna show you step by step, how to start your channel. Before you do that, you should have already thought about what is the name of the channel I want to create. And you'll have a chance to change the name later if you want to, but we want you to get started. Some people just start with their name. That is how I started, Maggie Lazar, that's all. And I ended up with over 500 subscribers. So if you have something to say, in the billions of people on this earth, somebody's gonna listen, somebody will want to hear more, and you're gonna get some subscribers. But we're trying to get you to fast track, okay? So think of a name. If you're into photography, you might call it Maggie's Photography, for example. If you're into sewing, if you're into bird watching, if you're into cooking, so-and-so's kitchen. That's a very common name for YouTube channel. All right, choose a channel name. Number 3, when you start your channel is going to have a picture. I recommend that you put your face on your channel because that is your identity. When you do the banner, which is kind of the background for your channel, that's something different. But when you want to create a presence on YouTube, I believe your face is what's going to sell your idea, your passion, what you're trying to share with the world. So get a picture. Listen, I use my iPhone for everything. And these iPhones have really good cameras, and so do the Android. So you don't need a professionally made picture. Just take a picture that somebody would like to look at, right? Don't be so stern, or you know what I'm saying? Show some teeth, smile. A smile is worth a lot in this space, okay? And I know there are some people who have what they're calling now faceless channels where, they're making money and they don't have their face on there. I don't know. Maybe they're in the FBI or something. I don't know, but I'm not interested in that. I want my face to be on my channel. When somebody say Maggie Lazar, they know what I look like, okay? And then when you creating your channel, you're gonna get asked to create a banner. The banner is like the background behind your name, behind your channel name. You need to think a little bit about what you want associated with your channel. What are you trying to sell? If you are into the food service, you're trying to say Maggie's Kitchen, you're not gonna put a picture of a bird as your banner. You get what I'm trying to say. It needs to flow with what you are trying to communicate. It's a way for people to say, oh, that's what she's about. My channel, Single Women Retiring Abroad, and I keep changing my banner every few months or so, right? Because I'm in Panama and I'm trying to encourage people to come to Panama. Well, not encourage, but facilitate their repatriation to Panama. Therefore, I always post something about Panama. I had pictures of Colón, which is a province of Panama. I had pictures of the city. I had pictures of Boquete. I am trying to highlight what my channel is about, okay? So think through that and choose your banner carefully. All right, number 4. That one is going to require some thought. And I think if you are here watching me, you've already been thinking about what you want to say and to whom. Remember, we have billions of people in this earth. And I always say, out of all those people, you're going to have a few people who are going to connect with what you're trying to say. What you need to do is pay attention, identify those people, and see if there is a potential for you to grow that audience. And if you start your channel, then you become better, you're studying, and there are so many videos out there to teach you how to grow your audience, how to connect with your audience. So as you're watching me, hopefully this is not the first video you're watching about how to start a channel, because a lot of people have the knowledge, the desire, but they have not made the decision. Up here, I always say it starts with a decision. Once you say, it's just like if you want to lose weight, you wake up, you say, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to work out. I'm going to lift weights. I'm going to change my diet. You make a conscious decision, and that decision is going to flow through your action. So it starts with the decision. So find your audience. Now, if I want to talk about, for example, if you haven't seen my video about how I started my channel, in that video about over 60 and monetize, I do talk about how I discovered, that's a good word, how I discovered my audience. Remember, I had my first channel in 2019, and I called it Maggie Lazar. Then I had a couple of name changes. And then last year, before I went to South Africa, that's a whole different story, go watch the video, I changed the channel name again. And in January of 2024, this year, I changed it again. You know, through all this time, I was audience shopping. I was trying to find my audience. I was trying to find what was going to stick, who was going to be interested in what I had to say, and did I see the potential to grow this audience? So that's when SWRA, Single Women Retiring Abroad. So understand that it may take you a little bit to really identify your audience. And I don't know, most people that I watch on YouTube will tell you that they started doing this and now they're doing this. A lot of them have multiple channels. This girl said she had 22,000 subscribers in one channel, and then she shut it down and started all over. So the growth, the change, and the rebirth is part of the process. Just don't let that stop you. Don't say, oh, I'm 70, I don't have time, I have to hit it, I have to hit a bullseye. Well, there is no formula for you to hit a bullseye. We all have to go through the steps of changing, learning, growing, adapting, okay? So start talking about whatever your passion is. Start talking about it, and that's what they recommend that you do so that you can find your audience. But the other thing you have to do as you are talking about your passion, watch the interactions, the comments people are making. They will make suggestions to you. Because if somebody decides to click on your video to watch it, it's because they have an interest in whatever you're trying to say. Your job is to capture their attention and provide value. So right now, I am trying to provide value to you, right? So once you identify your audience, it could still be broad. Let's say you're talking about women. That's a whole group, billions, millions of people, right? But what is it about women that you're trying to say? Are you trying to talk about menopause? Okay, you narrow it down to menopause. And then further, what is it about menopause you're going to talk about? You see how you start broad and then you go into narrow it down. That's how you niche out. That's what we call it. So don't try to niche out as you just get started. It comes later. And don't rush to the process. And it could be too that you start, you say, okay, I think I'm going to talk to women over 40 who are going to menopause, and we're going to talk about menopause, right? And then through interactions with your viewers, somebody might say, well, you know, more people, more than one person actually would make the comment, well, you know, we're really interested about the mental health issue that women, mental health issues that postmenopausal women are experiencing. You may, if you have a passion for that subject, just niche out in that area. So don't be stuck in one thing. Grab the opportunities. I am talking to you right now, even though my niche is single women retiring abroad, but at the same time, I see an opportunity to talk to people about how do you start your channel? Because women in my group have the same question. So if I have the answer, I'm trying to share it with you. Okay? All right. So before we go to number 5, I'd like to ask you a question. Are you getting value from what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to share. I'm trying to transfer my passion to you through this camera and talking to you and encouraging you and giving you the tools that you need to get started and to grow. You see, once you talk to people who've done something and who are successful at it, those are the people you need to follow. I don't follow people who haven't started a channel or somebody who has 100 subscribers on their channel and they're getting like 10 views per video. Been there, done that. So once I'm at 5K now, right? So I'm not a guru. I'm in the process of learning. I'm just trying to take you along with me and say, sis, sir, I did it. I was there in January and this is what I did. You can do it too, but you can do it at a faster pace because I made some errors. I could have gotten monetized a lot faster because once you get monetized, and that's another, it's just, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, you probably heard that already, and you need 4,000 watch hours. But I think if I had done some things differently, I would have gotten monetized a lot quicker. And once you get monetized, it's like you get traction. It's like you get some wind under, some wind under your wings, and then the process starts to get a little bit faster. Okay, so hang in there. Number 5, equipment. People say, oh, before I do that, please remember to like the video, share it, and subscribe. Don't forget. Do you know that out of 231 videos I've put out so far, and the 5,100 people who are my subscribers, and I love you all, thank you so much. But the views that I get, only 20% of people who watch my videos are subscribers. I don't understand it, but that means there is something I'm not doing. I'm not connecting enough for them to say, I want to hear more. So you see, I am not a guru. I'm still learning the process. I have not cracked the code for YouTube. I'm still searching. I'm chasing Mr. Algorithm. If you watched the one video, I said, I don't know who Mr. Algorithm is. I've never met him. And I'm grateful that he just gave me, I have 2 videos doing well. So it is not a sprint. It is not a sprint. All right, let's go back. Equipment. A lot of people are like, oh, do I need to buy a fancy camera? I don't have expensive lighting. I am talking to you right now, looking at my window, sunlight, even though, I should have done it a little bit earlier, but there's still some light and I turn the lights on. You can buy some of the ring lights. I traveled to Panama and I left my ring light at home. I don't have a ring light. Most of us who are doing it don't have fancy equipment. Once you get better and then you start making some money, yes, you might invest in equipment like camera, microphone. I'm using my laptop camera, but I do have another camera here, but at some point I'm going to get the fancy fluffy one they put up here, but I don't have that right now. But that hasn't stopped me from getting 5,100 subscribers. You see what I'm saying? So don't get hung up on, I don't have this, I don't have that. No, sis, if you have a iPhone or Android with a good camera, which they all have a good camera, start recording on this phone. Just remember, if you're doing shorts, you want to record vertically. But if you want to do videos for YouTube, you want to record horizontally, landscape, because you have seen those videos on YouTube where it's just showing like this, and then you have the black on both sides. They say it screams that you don't know what you're doing because that is so basic. So make sure you record like this. Another thing you might want to have is a small little tripod. that you can just put somewhere so that when you're recording, your video is not shaking like that. You know, I watch videos of people walking around and then I'm like, and my eyes start rolling and I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch that. So make sure maybe, this might be $10, very cheap. And then put your camera there and start talking. Start talking. Editing. People get so hung up on editing. When I had my channel, Maggie Lazar, I was using a free editing software. It was fine, right? But I found that I was spending a lot of time doing that, cutting here, pasting here, and I'm not a technical person. So I decided when I decided to do YouTube seriously in January to hire what we call a virtual assistant. You can hire somebody from another country like the Philippines and Pakistan and other places where they speak English, and then you can hire them for very little money, $5, $10 an hour. So, but you don't have to start there. Record, try to keep your videos maybe 15, 20 minutes in the beginning, and then upload it. Don't worry about cutting, adding this, adding that. Most people who are successful do not add any flashy pictures here and there. It might come later. Just get started. Start talking, record, and upload. Yeah, keep the length of the video, 15, 20 minutes, I think it's good. Don't go for an hour. You would lose me because my attention span, unless it's something that I'm super interested in, I would not be listening, okay? So don't sweat it. Don't worry about editing. Don't worry about equipment. Get started. You're gonna hear me keep saying that today. Number 6, a starter batch, which is what I call it. This is what I didn't do. I started getting serious in March when I said, I'm going to do a 30-day challenge. And that has served me well. I did one video a day for 30 days, and then I've been doing one video a week on Fridays, and then I've been doing some shorts, short videos and short 60-minute videos. Every single day I have something out, right? That's my decision. But you know what? I find out the gurus say that once you're just getting started, you need to do a batch, right? Start, record. For the first batch, record 5 videos back to back to back to back. So you could do 5 videos in 1 week, centered around what you're trying to say, but a little bit different. Don't repeat the same information for 5 days in a row. No bueno. That's not what I'm saying. But what you're trying to create is awareness, right? Somebody will say, oh, I watched that yesterday. Now today she's saying this. Oh, you're creating awareness. That's marketing, Remember, top of mind awareness, that's something that is true with every industry, anything you're trying to do. You want to raise awareness of who you are, because you're entering an industry. People think it's saturated. I don't happen to believe that, because information is always fresh. You can bring a different perspective to whatever everybody else has been saying. And another thing, the gurus will tell you, they'll say, watch somebody who is successful, right? So you take 3 people in the audience, in the industry that you're trying to consider, the ones that are most successful, watch them, watch their videos, take notes and say, write down what they're doing well, watch how they record, watch how long they record, watch how they relate and connect with their audience. And in your job is to go see, how can I improve that? I remember when I was trying to do Amazon, that's also what they tell you. They say, watch a product and then read the reviews. And everything that somebody says that they wish that product could do, another feature the product could have, you go do that. What you're trying to do, you're answering questions, you're trying to give information, you're providing value. When somebody finishes watching your video, they have to say, oh, I learned something from this video. Otherwise, what's the point, right? So batch your videos the first, maybe I would say couple of weeks, do 5 this week, 5 the next week, and then you could go back to like 3 videos per week. I think if I had done 3 videos a week, I would have gotten monetized much quicker because I would have created a brand, I would have created awareness. And when somebody sees you over and over, they're more likely to click. So what they're gonna tell you is the more videos you put out, the more likely you're gonna get more subscribers, the more likely you're gonna have more views. Because again, we're not gonna go into all the different ways you make money, but just think of ad revenues. You know, all the ads you see playing while you're watching a video, same thing is gonna happen to you. And YouTube makes money through advertising. The way you make money is that they're sharing a little bit of that revenue with you. So tell your friends and family to watch your videos and do not click away from the ads. Do not skip the ads because that's going to help you with your watch hours, which is your goal. You want to get started, you want to get views, and you want to get subscribers. That's all it is. That's my job today, to help you on that journey. All right, so batch and then schedule. Batch for 2 weeks, 5 videos this week, 5 videos the next, and then 1 video every 3 times a week. There's a woman who just got some phenomenal success. Oh my God, I can't even speak. I think her channel is 51 and single. She's out of the UK, I believe. She said when she started, she said, I'm gonna keep posting 2 videos a week and I'm not gonna stop until I get monetized. And she was able to do it in 10 weeks. Some people say they've done it in 8 weeks. It can be done. Just be consistent with the schedule. Got it? Okay. All right, number 7, technique. Like I said, people worry about the lighting. Now, I want you to know it's important for you to record landscape, right? Make sure you're facing some light. A lot of time I'm watching a video, the light is behind someone and you have the halo. Don't do that. That's simple technique, right? Another technique to practice, find the camera on your phone. Make sure you note it where it is because mine is over here on this side. If you don't know, ask a teenager, they'll tell you where the camera is, and make sure, it might feel odd, but you need to be looking at the camera as you're recording. Because even myself, in the beginning, some of my older videos, I would be talking, but not looking in the camera. I'm talking and my face is over here. You're talking to someone, you want to relate, so make sure you're facing the camera, okay? Very important. Volume, your audio, make sure. So what you might want to do in the beginning, just record a couple of short videos and see, is the volume okay? Make sure you're in a place where there is not too much noise. Some people record like in a park, too many distractions. Make sure you don't have echoes. You're gonna keep getting better, but try in the beginning for it to sound somewhat nice, right? Okay, so you're going to keep improving your technique because practice makes perfect, right? It is true, it is true. The way you sit, make sure you're not in the camera like this. Make sure you leave some room for the top. Don't just have your little head like this and somebody trying to find you. Make sure you're centered, you're not on the side somewhere. Come on, right? Watch the videos of the successful people and watch how they do it and copy it. There is no shame in copying somebody's technique if it's good. All right? Number 8, be consistent. Now, this one is going to take you far. Even yesterday, I was watching this video about somebody who, that's her 3rd channel. And then she's like, well, 2 years ago I started. I posted one video. And she said she expected the one video to go viral. That's another mistake that we make. We may be passionate about something and we make a video and it gets 10 subscribers. You're going to have, 10 views. You're going to have to go back and say, okay, what's wrong? Maybe the message didn't resonate. Maybe you didn't sell that you solving a problem. Maybe you don't connect. You know how my delivery, I like to crack jokes and I make it fun. And you know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to sit here and watch somebody like you're reading a script. Boring. I'll be the first one to click off. So critique your own videos, okay? But be consistent as you continue to improve. Just because you put one video up and it doesn't do well, and then you're like, oh, well, I guess they're not interested in my topic. Sis, sir, do you talk to successful people? See, that's why I love biographies. I love to read about people who have made it and read their stories. And the stories always tell you that they have had some failures. A lot of people have started over several times before they hit the jackpot. So what makes you special? Why do you think you're just going to hit a bullseye on the first try? It does not work that way. That is not practical. It's not going to happen that way. So be consistent with your schedule. Now, my suggestion after you do the batch is to do 3 times a week. If you cannot do it, I was watching a video today where TubeBuddy, I think they call this particular platform, not platform, program, and they say if you're working and you don't have a lot of time, go ahead and batch record several videos, and then the good thing with YouTube, you can schedule when your videos go live. Yeah, you can schedule it. So when you first post a video and you upload it, keep it in the unlisted or private sector because you don't want the world to see it yet. You have to go back. You have to do the description to write what your video is about. And they say the very first sentence in your description is what might catch somebody's attention. So make sure you choose your word carefully to describe the content of the video you're about to upload. So be consistent with your schedule. If you go down to 3 times a week and it's becoming a hardship, go down to twice a week, but make sure you upload twice a week. Another thing people are saying is this algorithm thing that I don't know, Mr. Algorithm. I've never met him, but out of sight, out of mind in YouTube. People complain about that. Listen, you're dealing with a software, a machine. It's not a human being. They don't know that you had surgery and you can't upload. That software doesn't know that God forbid, you had a death in your family and you can. This is a business. YouTube is a business. Consistency gonna take you far. But if you disappear, out of sight, out of mind. The algorithm is saying to itself, oh, I guess she's no longer around. Click, move on to the next. And there are a lot of next. People are in line for Mr. Algorithm to say, oh, you next, come on up. Don't be the person that goes AWOL. You need to stay present, okay? So whatever schedule you decide, stick to it. Don't be haphazard. 3 this week, 1 next week. Consistency is the key. Got it? Okay. Number 9, commit to learning, okay? You are entering a new business world. YouTube may be something you're not even familiar with, and everybody starts as a novice. Everybody starts, we don't know what we're doing, right? But you need to stay consistent and continue, and not stop. Continue to learn, continue to watch videos. You never, ever learn enough, okay? All right, I'm looking at my time. I've been talking a lot because I'm just trying to impress upon you how important this is and that you can start this channel and grow it faster than I have. And then if I see you pass me, I'm gonna say, I'm not one of those people that are gonna say, oh, how dare she go behind me, before me. Well, you know, some people are like that. I'm not like that. Take the long view, meaning don't expect overnight success. YouTube is a journey. It's a beautiful journey. And along the way, you're gonna keep learning techniques and the way to do it right. You keep learning and honing it. And like Mr. B said, that's the guy you need to follow. He said, improve one thing with each video. And I'm going to tell you what it is, because you should be critiquing your own video. Oh, I don't like the way my head looks. Oh, I need to wear something different. Don't wear any beige, washed out colors that's going to blend with your background. That's boring. Position yourself for you to look like you happy. There's a girl now on YouTube called Dog Dash. That's her channel. She used to be a DoorDash delivery driver. And now yesterday I saw her, she got 40,000 subscribers. She was just jumping up and down. She quit her job. And what she's saying is that people don't want to sit here. There's a guy I watched yesterday. He's like, oh, I'm old and lonely. And I'm like, how boring is that? This life is crazy enough without somebody sucking you into their depressive state. No, 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 no. You try to sell optimism and joy. So that needs to be reflected on how you dress, how you relate, like I'm doing here. Okay? Take the long view. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. And you need to be consistent. Now, you may not see much money. You know, this video is not long enough for me to go into the monetization. You need to watch my video of how I got monetized. This one video, it was just about to get you started in 10 basic steps. Is that going to be the only thing? No. That's why you need to continue learning. Watch, you know, TubeBuddy, watch vidIQ, watch Mr. Beast, and just go in Google inside YouTube and say how to grow your YouTube channel, and you're going to get all of those. Start sampling different ones. And if you find certain people that you like, watch their videos and learn. Become a learner. Okay? It's not going to happen overnight. Take the long view. Are you in it to win it? It's a decision. It starts in the mind. Remember, to summarize, get your Google account, start your channel, put your face out there on your channel, find a nice, what's the word? The background, right? The banner, you remember, the banner, choose your audience, your topic. You know, when I started writing down everything I wanted to talk about. I ended up with like 64 topics. That means I could have made 64 videos based on that. So spend the time doing that. Find your niche. Equipment, don't worry about it. Just get started. Start talking about your passion. Don't worry about editing. Make sure you have the basics of how you record, lighting, microphones, right? And your presence, how you present online, because you are representing your channel. You want to kind of look the part, right? Be consistent. Don't worry about editing. Just upload and record and upload, okay? Consistency will take you far. Commit to ongoing learning and continuous improvement. We used to call that CQI in my nursing days, continuous quality improvement. That should be your motto. And the last one is take the long view. It's not going to happen overnight. If you want it to happen overnight, you're not going to last. This video is for those of you who want to succeed, who have the patience to learn and be consistent and be committed. All right, I think that's all I have time for. That video has already gone way longer than I thought. My apologies. Hopefully I kept your attention. And please go do it. Don't wait till tomorrow. Make the commitment today and go to work. And if you have any questions, send me an email. Tell me about SWRA. And if you are a senior, single, sassy, seasoned lady looking to retire, to come to Panama, watch my videos. I have several playlists. Send me an email. I've been quite open to answer questions. And if you're in town, if my schedule permits, we can have coffee or something, okay? So please go do it. Don't wait another minute. God loves you. I love you. Au revoir. À la prochaine. Bye bye.